Okay, let's start at the beginning. The Chariot. This is really about finding your balance from the dark and the light, accepting yourself and raising yourself into the more higher levels of either communication and how you deal with your everyday life. But it does look like you've had a little bit of a challenge trying to find a balance between work and play and home life and all sorts of stuff. But it does look like things are coming into focus for you. This also can be travel in style. So many of you Pisces may be creating some kind of foreign travel in the future. This does feel like a future card, even though it is in the present time. So it may be something that has come to your awareness presently and that you're saving for in the future. But it does look like you're coming more and more into balance between the dark side of you and the light side of you in Pisces. That's very indicative of you. You got the fish that's in the underworld and the fish that's on the top. So accepting and finding balance for yourself within those realms looks like it has been easier to deal with life once you are kinder to yourself. This blue wings here are lighting up for me, so it feels like a sense of freedom is right at your footsteps. So I'm not sure whether it's to do with work. It can do with work or interpersonal commitments, but it does look like you have embraced a sense of freedom and trying to either manifest that. For many of you, it may be ending a relationship that's long overdue or a job that's long overdue, but it does look like you are looking at a sense of freedom and how to make that happen, manifest that. What crosses you is the Ten of Swords. And this does feel like it's something from the past that's been kind of following you. You know, it may have been something that happened in a relationship that's being used against you in current fights. Something, you know, we can't change the past. We can only change the future. So it does feel like that you're getting a little tired about hearing this over and over, and you're not the same person anymore. And when this situation happened, but it does feel like you are still feeling the effects of this and that someone is really not letting something go, that it's and it's not facilitating health and progress in that relationship, whether it is a love relationship or a friendship or a coworker. There is either some idle gossip or some information that is continually being used against you, and it does feel like you're pretty tired of it. It does feel like you're super protective because of that. You're protecting your heart, but it does look like a situation is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. And the forward motion stuff in the future looks very positive. So it looks like this ending, whether it's a friendship, love relationship, work relationship, with something or some behavior is coming to an end that doesn't really facilitate growth and happiness. The Knight of Pentacles is here, and you know, the Knights are all about motion. And this Knight is looking forward into the future. It can stand for an earth sign as well, and that's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But this feels more like a situation like taking a project and propelling it into the future, whether it's an artistic endeavor, whether it's writing or public speaking of some kind, but you have taken a step into making that motion. It is on the physical level because the pentacles are earthbound things. So this may be something that you've put off for a while, and now you have time to revisit it, whether it's your art, whether it is reading, writing, dancing, music of some kind, but it does feel like it has to do with a physical piece that makes you happy. So it does look like now that you've let some of this caca go, you have more time to really focus on your creative expression, shall we say, and put it out there into the world. But it is moving in the forward motion. Knights also can be someone under 30. This can be an earth sign that, but it really, really feels like it is your artistic endeavor that you're bringing from the mind place into the physical realm. Queen of Wands is here. That is a fire sign. If it is a person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it does feel like a person. It is in the past position. So this may be the person that you've been having a little tumultuous communication with. That's not really, that's feeling more like an attack. So it does look like you have resolved some things or come to an agreement of some kind with this person. Can be a man or a woman. Again, that's fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This cat is lighting up for me too. So there is a certain amount of comfort it's feeling that has shifted. It does look like you two have grown a lot in your relationship, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a love or sexual relationship. This can be a friendship, but you're letting go of some of the kind of the nasty stuff. So you may have come to an agreement on how to speak to one another, come together to how to resolve something, or release whatever has been kind of staticky in your relationship and causing some problems for you, Pisces. It does feel like this person is a little bit spontaneous, can also have very cutting words, and it does feel like some manipulation has stopped, but it was happening for a while. And I'm feeling like this person kind of had that victim picture. I'm a victim, but that does not look like what was the truth at all. So it does look like some agreements have come to, and you're moving past all that stuff. There's the Queen of Cups here in the future position. It is upside down too. So we will take a look at that. But this is the Two of Swords. This is finding emotional balance, protecting your heart. It also looks like the blinder here. You may have to pull that off and take a look at how things are actually. But you're in a protective mode. It does feel like you're healing yourself, but you're having to isolate yourself a little bit from some of this chaos and some of the either family agreements, friends agreements that you have to kind of pull yourself back from it, isolate a little bit, take a look inside yourself, what's going on. But don't be afraid to pull off that blinder and take a look at what's really going on. And you will be able to heal yourself a little bit more. These cutting edge words keep coming up, cutting edge words. So be mindful of how you communicate, even if the other person is not being mindful. It's your karma, not theirs, but taking the high road is what's feeling. The Emperor is here, so taking the high road is pretty important in this for your own spiritual growth. And let's see, the future position is the Queen of Cups. Now, this can be you, Pisces, since you are a water sign. It can be a Scorpio or a Cancer as well. It is upside down. And the queens basically, they're exalted creatures. It can be a person. This is a person, so it's feeling like you may be torn between two people's truths. Or which direction or who to believe type of thing. It feels like you're in the middle of something that you didn't really mean to be in the middle of. And this could be just, a disagreement at work. This could be a family drama, or it can actually be your own relationship. But the cup's upside down, right side up, this is a kind creature. This is an intuitive person with creative endeavors that actually probably has psychic abilities. So upside down, it could mean a love gone wrong, disillusionment, and be careful who you trust. So take that into account while you're releasing this energy. So be careful who you trust, but it does feel like some love has gone sour, and it doesn't necessarily mean an intimate love. It can be a friendship that has gone sour. So moving into the future, here is the Knight of Swords. Again, you have two knights here, so that's action. Action is being kind of dictated. And a Knight of Swords, this can be an air sign, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And this does also feel like a person that has a pretty strong opinion of all this stuff that's going on. And it does feel like they are neutral, even though they can have cutting words. They kind of get right down to the nitty and the gritty. He is facing backwards, so it does feel like when you get into that kind of lower level bickering, kind of picking at each other, that it really puts you back and it doesn't facilitate you growing forward. So it does feel like you're stepping out of that. You don't feel like messing with that anymore, but it also does feel like there is a very strong supporter, someone who is pretty opinionated about the situation that's going on. So you may have to decipher what truth works for you and what doesn't. But as I said, they're pretty opinionated, very mentally acute, and you may have to ask for help, or you may have to ask them to back off a little bit. The Emperor is here. He is the most exalted out of all of the people cards, shall we say. So it's really being in integrity, holding your morals, even while those around you fall. You know, if there's name calling, if there's static of some kind, rise above that, rise above that. But it does look like you have come to a point where you're angry about this situation, and you're pretty much done with trying to make things better for other people. Now it's time to make things better for you. There is a large amount of orange here, so you may be healing yourself on a physical level or a mental or spiritual level, but it does feel like healing is in order. Yeah, it may be physical. It may be physical or mental. So it feels like you are moving more into a more positive capacity by stepping out of this kind of tumultuous situation, taking the high road, and remembering your morals and keeping your words honest and true. Honest and true is what's coming through. So, and it's right across the line of this. So staying in integrity while those around you fall is super important during this time. The Page of Cups is here, and that can be messages of love. That can be messages from the past. It could be love, marriage, engagement, or even taking an emotional risk. It is on the line of here. So is there someone from the past that you need to apologize to, or reconnect with, or have some communication? Don't be afraid to do that. It does look like it will propel you into more healing. So owning whatever is your part, they can own whatever is theirs, but it does look like a love from the past or someone that you hold in a love space either will be communicating with you or you will be communicating with them. It is the time of year, being the holidays, to kind of put your petty stuff aside and reconnect. So that's what this card basically is as well. It can stand for children, so there may be some emotional triggers for children while all this stuff is happening. There is also the culmination card here, which is the 4. This is the celebration. It's the 4 of Wands. This is revelry, joyousness, connecting with like-minded people, and really enjoying yourself without any trappings of, opinions, manipulation. But it does look like you may be creating a gathering of some type or a celebration. This may be the Christmas or Yule holidays for you, just coming together and making things really simple and lovely. So that's what it feels like you're moving towards during this holiday season, and just reconnecting with those that you really hold heart space with. Kind of that unconditional love, and rejoicing and giving thanks for the positive things that are in your life. It does feel like some of this has been challenging, so looking at your blessings is always a wonderful thing when you've been kind of challenged or over challenged by spirit. So things are moving towards a little less tumultuous type of situation and a little calmer. The magic man or the magician is on the left here, and this is really just getting in touch with your own magic, stepping through that fear. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't be without this person type of thing. So it looks like you're really getting in touch with your magic, starting to fill your own cup and believing in yourself and in your gifts. It does feel like there has been some negativity towards you on this, and really not exalting you for your full creative self, but it does feel like you're going much more into that creative side of yourself, to bring full balance to you. It does look like you've kind of put your stuff on the back burner for others for a very long time, and now it's time to bring it to the front. It is in the culmination card area. This infinity sign is lighting up for me, so it does look like you're on the more positive path, karmically speaking. The devil here is on the other side, and that is, a temptation. The easiest way to explain it is, say you've gotten sober, and maybe that's somebody that offers you a drink. It can be easy as that. It can be, being in love with somebody else. Not being in love with the person that you are with. But it does look like whatever test this is, that you are passing it, and you're making some changes, and those changes will be tested along the way. But this devil looks like it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just walk through those fears. As long as you hold yourself in integrity and your morals are in line, this devil is just only a test. That's all. All right, here, let's do a couple of these beautiful past life cards. They're one-word cards, and they kind of bring it on home. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Karmic relationship. So, Pisces, are you with the wrong person? Are you supposed to be with somebody else? Kind of looking at karmic relationship. Or are you with the right person and kind of toying with the wrong person? It does look like you are getting clarity on where you are supposed to be in relationships, whether it's love relationship or friend relationship, medicine man or woman. Yes, it's time to be your own medicine, be your own magic. Start following your own highest creative essence and energy. Be the magic person that you are, and enjoy your art or your creativity. No longer will you put it on the back burner for others. It's necessary out in the world. Your contribution is necessary. But it does look like someone from the past needs some communication from you. There is a karmic relationship that is hanging in the balance, and it does not feel like it is, for the most part, it does not feel like the one that you're with. It can be the one that you're with if you're in a long-term committed relationship, but it does feel like you need to take a step up in that current relationship karmically to find balance within it. Other than that, it may be a past relationship.